In this video we have to discuss about the fact, why dinosaurs become extinct and other animals or species are survived in meteorite impact. Meteorite impact. A meteorite impact occurs when a rocky, metallic, typically iron, or icy body that had been orbiting the Sun passes through the atmosphere to hit the Earth's surface. Bigger impacts leave craters, and the largest impacts cause global changes to the atmosphere, hydrosphere, and biosphere. Meteorites give important clues about the composition, age and history of the early solar system. About 65 million years ago, a massive asteroid slammed into Earth, darkening the sky and killing a large number of animals, including the dinosaurs. But for some reason, certain creatures survived, like mammals, crocodiles, birds, and turtles. Although shrouded in death, the catastrophe allowed the rise of mammals, resulting in a huge explosion of their diversity and number. Similarly, 250 million years ago, the world saw the worst mass extinction event in history, the end Permian extinction. Also known as the Great Dying, the event was caused by a series of volcanic eruptions that killed off 3/4 of the animals on land, and even more in the oceans. But again, some animals survived. Paleontological deductions from the fossil remnants of extinct dinosaurs tell us much about their classification into species as well as about their physiological and behavioral characteristics. Geological evidence indicates that dinosaurs became extinct at the boundary between the Cretaceous and Paleogene eras, about 66 million years ago, at a time when there was worldwide environmental change resulting from the impact of a large celestial object with the Earth and/or from vast volcanic eruptions. However, apart from the presumption that climate change and interference with food supply contributed to their extinction, no biological mechanism has been suggested to explain why such a diverse range of terrestrial vertebrates ceased to exist. One of perhaps several contributing mechanisms comes by extrapolating from the physiology of the avian descendants of dinosaurs. The meteorite impact killed off almost all large animals, and this included the non-avian dinosaurs, and all the aquatic reptiles except for Testudines. The meteorite impact not the first such massive die-off in history, nor was it the largest. The Permian-Triassic extinction event, known as the Great Dying, occurred 251.4 million years ago and eradicated 96% of all marine species and 70% of all terrestrial vertebrate species on Earth. For many years, climate change was the most credible explanation for the dinosaurs' demise. Dinosaurs thrived in the planet's consistently humid, tropical climate. But in the late Mesozoic era that corresponds with the extinction of the dinosaurs, evidence shows that the planet slowly became cooler. Lower temperatures caused ice to form over the North and South poles and the oceans to become colder. Because the dinosaurs were cold-blooded, meaning they obtained body heat from the sun and the air, they would not have been able to survive in significantly colder climates. Yet some species of cold-blooded animals, such as crocodiles, did manage to survive. Also, climate change would have taken tens of thousands of years, giving the dinosaurs sufficient time to adapt. A variety of species in the world's oceans, from microscopic organisms to large sharks, survived the mass extinction 65 million years ago. Many organisms living in freshwater lakes and streams were also relatively unharmed. According to some estimates, about 3/4 of the plant and animal species on Earth disappeared during the end of the Cretaceous dino-killing impact. But marine ecosystems lost only about half of their species, and freshwater environments lost a mere 10% to 22%, says William Lewis, an aquatic ecologist at the University of Colorado, Boulder. For instance, only about 10% of the major groups of bony fish died out, but species from all 6 groups of turtles alive at the time, and from most if not all groups of amphibians, survived the impact. The disparity with marine ecosystems began to make sense, he notes, when researchers began thinking of the mass extinction as a one-two punch. The fiery aftermath of the extraterrestrial impact, followed by a nuclear winter, like cold spell triggered by the smoke, soot, and myriad other tiny particles flung high into the atmosphere. In the wake of the impact, creatures in marine and freshwater ecosystems experienced 3 particularly strong stresses: starvation brought about by the collapse of the food chain, and especially by the lack of photosynthesis, the reduction or loss of dissolved oxygen in the water, and low temperatures.